Hello everyone and welcome back to another book review. Today I am going to be reviewing volume 14 in Komi Can't Communicate, this manga series that I have been reading by Tomohito Oda, and I read this in the ebook format, so this is the cover of the ebook that I read because this was what my library had. So let's dive into my thoughts on volume 14 because I have thoughts on volume 14 and I'm a little annoyed because all of the next books in the series are currently checked out of my library, so I am going to have to wait patiently to continue this series, and boy have things changed. Volume 14 sets up the trauma and drama for the next couple volumes, at least that's the way I'm predicting this to go. Because admittedly, not a whole lot happens in this volume in the terms of plot or in terms of character interaction. There is some, but I think people's feelings have solidified and we are now setting up to see where these feelings go. Volume 14, at this point we have a lot of characters that we know and we're starting to see them do things outside of their social circles with each other. We're starting to see them visit families. We have them fleshed out. They have their own lives, their own stories, their own hobbies, and there is some together time. We're still in summer vacation. Tadano and Komi ride bikes together, which of course winds up in compromised positions. But so far things are just sweet. Characters are interacting with each other, their families, their friends, their hobbies, their things that they want to get done on their summer break. And it's just fun. It feels sweet, but it kind of feels like there's something hanging over your head. Like something's going to drop because we've had this buildup regarding three particular characters. Our usual suspect, Komi, our sweet, lovable main protagonist, Tadano, Komi's first friend, and our wonderful new addition, Manbagi. Manbagi was the friend that Komi made around volume 10, who it has been nothing but a sweet, wonderful friend to Komi. They do all the stereotypical girl things together, and Manbagi is really genuinely a likable character. She is someone who seems human. She comes across as very confident when you initially meet her, but then you quickly learn that she has an internal dialogue that is not very confident, which is very believable for a teenage girl who isn't going to be 100% confident in everything that she does. I feel like that's unrealistic. She's unique. She has a very sparkly personality. She has her own friend group, but she has insecurities because her friends from her first year got assigned to a different class for second year. She's just all around a likable character, and she was very quickly fleshed out, which made me feel very suspicious from the start that something was going to happen. I kind of thought maybe initially it was just going to be Komi's close friend, but things went in a different direction. Manbagi is in class and sits next to Komi, and Tadano sits behind Komi now in the second year classroom. And Tadano, being a nice, friendly, helpful individual, is nice to Manbagi. Except Manbagi is getting a crush on Tadano. So up to this point, no one has really talked about their feelings to each other because why would they? They're like 15, 16. They're not going to talk about their feelings to one another. They're going to keep it all close to their chest and not tell anybody to make the drama even worse. So Komi has feelings for Tadano. I don't really know if she's fully admitted to that to herself. Tadano has definitely has feelings for Komi. Manbagi has now developed feelings for Tadano, and as suspected, we now have 3 points, and what do 3 points make? A triangle. So here we are. We are in the love triangle, and things have been set up because there is a summer fest in this volume, and I believe that's what's depicted on the cover. There's a lot of friends there. Komi, Tadano, Manbagi, a lot of people basically get dragged into helping with this noodle tent that Agari, who is one of Komi's friends, aunt, so Agari's aunt, I believe it is, has this noodle tent that a bunch of people get roped into helping serve, and also everyone else has come to the area to participate in the summer fest. So there's a lot of friends, there's a lot of talking, and people are rotating in and out of helping at this food tent, and at a certain point closer to the end of the evening, Tadano and Manbagi wind up Now, Tadano and Manbagi, not Komi, Tadano and Manbagi wind up going, I really hope I'm saying her name correctly. I haven't looked up how to say her name. Tadano and Manbagi wind up seeing the fireworks together, going around the festival together, spending some time together, just doing sweet little things together. Now, in a previous volume, Najimi, who has kind of suspected that Komi and Tadano have feelings for one another, has kind of engineered scenarios in which they are close to one another, in which they are holding hands, in which Tadano thinks that he might be kissing Komi. He was not. He was kissing a sponge. But overall, Najimi knows what's up. Najimi is one of our original characters, and Najimi knows what's up, and Najimi's gender is intentionally ambiguous. It is orchestrated by Najimi, just part of their charm. But Najimi is trying to, maneuver things into place, kind of, I think. I think they just like the intrigue and the fact that there's feelings. It just finds this whole thing entertaining and another thing to keep track of. So Najimi, I would not say is helpful, but they're not harmful. They're just kind of chaotic, doing their thing chaotically and interfering when they think it's interesting or funny. So Najimi has kind of suspected that things are going on, and now in this one, things have happened, and the couple that you think were going to wind up together, maybe you thought Tadano and Komi were going to wander around and see the fireworks together at the summer fest. No, it's going to be Tadano and Manbagi. And at the end of this volume, the friend group, the groups of people, have split into 3 different groups, 3 camps to assess what happened, because kind of what happened at Summerfest was notable. I call it Summerfest, the summer festival, because it kind of looked like things were going in the direction that you thought it was going to go in. The 3 camps that are discussing at the end of volume, I almost said 3. Volume 14 are Manbagi and her friends. We have Komi with some other friends. So Manbagi is Komi's friend, but Manbagi is with her own group of friends discussing whether or not she has a crush on Tadano, and she's kind of confessing and realizing that she has a crush on Tadano. And it's very sweet, and you see them getting excited. Their friend has a crush, and you can tell that Manbagi isn't maliciously trying to cut Komi out of the picture. Manbagi just genuinely has fallen for Tadano. He's a nice guy. He's super funny, and you see why. And also up to this point, we have been cheering for Manbagi in every other way in her personal life. We want to see her succeed. So the reader feels excited and happy for Manbagi, and you kind of want her to succeed. But then you have Komi and her group of friends. A couple of Komi's friends kind of corner Komi and say, hey, did you see what happened at Summerfest? Tadano went off with Manbagi, and Komi's kind of just like, I'm glad they're getting along. She's kind of deflecting, but the 2 friends almost know, they do know in their gut, like Komi has feelings for Tadano, so they're kind of trying to, I don't know, just broach the topic if Komi has anything she wants to say about it, and bring it to their attention that Manbagi, while not malicious, is kind of making a move on Tadano. And if Komi wants to keep Tadano, I don't like that phrasing because you can't really keep somebody, but just kind of give Komi a platform to voice her opinions on it. And the third party, while Komi and her friends are discussing and Manbagi and her friends are discussing, is Tadano and Tadano's little sister. Tadano's little sister, it's a sister thing. I have sisters. I feel like sister senses just go off and you're like, there's feelings there, aren't there? Sure enough, Tadano's sister is trying to be diplomatic and step around the topic and not use people's names by using things like first party, like second party, but third party, like second party. What if third party? But I feel like Tadano kind of understands who the parties are. And Tadano admits that he has feelings for Komi, but isn't refusing Manbagi. Usually I find in a book when there's a love triangle, I'm usually cheering for a certain pairing. I feel like the author usually angles for you to cheer for a certain pairing. You know who you want to be cheering for. You can kind of see who's going to be coming, and one of the people in the love triangle, maybe you dislike a little bit. Maybe they're a little rude. Maybe they're the girl who's kind of mean. Maybe they're the guy who is just a little too perfect and you're cheering for the underdog. There's someone you're cheering for usually in a love triangle that I find, and it's one of the reasons why I sometimes don't like the trope when it's done, because I feel like you know who the pairing is going to be, and this is just an unnecessary stumbling block. This I feel like is well done because I don't want anyone to lose, but I feel like someone's going to have to lose unless someone else develops feelings for someone else. There has to be a 4th person to come in because This time, I want everyone to be happy. I want Manbagi to be happy, I want Komi to be happy, and I want Tadano to be happy, and I don't know how that's going to occur with everything as it is right now. Everyone, I feel like, is in this innocent state of bliss where they don't realize the situation they have just put themselves in, and I desperately want them all to be happy, and I do not know if they're going to be. That being said, if Tadano breaks Komi's heart, God help us all, because I will not be happy. I'm just gonna say that. So that's volume 14, and I'm very upset that volume 15, 16 continuation is out of the library right now because I want to know where this goes. But this is kind of a leveling off point. This is where the stage is set, and I'm excited to see where the author takes the rest of the series. If you have any thoughts on volume 14, please let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.